Well, that really was something. This week, we watched Velocipastor.
Show me I'm the one disfigured like the mad caress that triggers. Show me I mean anything to you. Show me I mean anything to you.
This movie should be looked at with soft eyes, really, because it's super independently made on the cheap for about $35,000. It's only 70 minutes long, but it is a B comedy and a B movie. It knows what it is.
It is.
It's not a Hollywood feature, 90 minutes, attempting, with millions of dollars behind it, attempting to do a thing where dinosaur man fights ninjas. Plot.
Well, we have a man who is a pastor, Doug, and life is good for Doug. And then, his parents die, and it's traumatic for Doug, so he gets sent away to China to reflect, where he finds, he gets plot device, like a big tooth.
He gets scratched by a big velociraptor tooth, and that gets him possessed by the spirit of the dragon.
Yep, so now Doug, the pastor, has the spirit of the dragon inside of him.
He gets scratched, and that means that he basically becomes the Hulk, except when he gets mad, he turns into a T-Rex, a really small T-Rex, which they, for some reason, call him Velocipastor at the end, but he's a priest who's a T-Rex. So,
Subscribe, Doug.
Now Doug is challenged in the story with, injustice in the world, that people get away with it all the time. And he can do something about that now that he's half dinosaur.
the dialogue's funny, the editing's good. There's quite a few physical jokes. There's some actual jokes that fall flat here and there. I laughed out loud a few times.
There's some good characters.
Yeah. There's some good
characters. There are some good characters.
Some great characters. There are characters in this movie.
There are some good characters. There are some good characters.
What did you think about the acting overall?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like watching stage acting a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, the lead man, I thought he was quite over-expressive and over-acty, but it's likely he was told to do that.
Yeah.
But compared to the hooker lady, whose name I don't remember, she acted kind of
Carol?
normal. She acted normal.
I thought it was quite a natural performance by
Yeah,
her.
she was really good. She was the only one, who sort of felt like a normal human in the movie. He felt like overacted and strange.
He was going through a lot though, Doug.
But even like everyone else, like the Father Stewart, didn't seem like much of an actor. He sounded like Neil Breen.
Everything happens for a reason. Here, drink some more wine.
Leave me alone. Do not call me anymore.
I had this feeling throughout the movie that this was made by Australians in Australia, and that these were all people putting on fake American accents, apart from Velocipastor. And then at the end, it's not. They're all
Americans.
who just sound like they're not American. I wasn't a fan of the choice of music.
Oh yeah.
Mainly, it was a lot of times it was. Another
That
reason why I
again
thought
was
it was
Australian.
Australian. It was like this Aussie rock.
Aussie sort of punk. There were some good tricks in there. The good use of the zoom, the dramatic sort of horror zoom.
What? You don't remember, do you?
Yeah, the fact that it's made by people who I guess are doing it for very little. Either passionate because they need their career to help their career, or they're passionate because they actually really want to do it and that's why they're there.
Well, I think
that it works because everyone's sort of moving towards the same goal.
What does drug smuggling have to do with Christianity?
Everything.
The title is from an autocorrecting a misspelled version of the word velociraptor.
Oh, really?
Into Velocipastor. I was like,
that's what started all this.
I was like, I don't believe that. That's the origin of the movie. He was in school film school Manhattan when corrected Velociraptor to Velocipastor.
And you don't believe it?
Well, let's think about it. Have you used a thing that corrects you? Why would it use as a dictionary? Why would it put Veloci as a word? Detective Andrews on the case. People who speak English, and people who speak Chinese, and everybody speaks to each other in their native language, and everyone just understands everyone. Yeah, and I like that.
Where am I?
山澤西啊，
You have any highlights of this movie? What's worth mentioning, you reckon? I'll start the ball rolling myself with, and actually I know you didn't like it like I did, and that was the performance of Frankie Mermaid.
No, I didn't like Frankie Mermaid. It's just another example of I thought this was some Australian guy doing an American accent, and so the whole time I was just like, it was just an over-the-top, real greaseball, really unlikable. I don't like him.
His best scene is in the confessional, I think.
You can't smoke in here, my son. Listen, Padre. Frankie f***ing Mermaid smokes where the f*** he wants because his life is on fire.
And there's ninjas in this.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's randomly one with an Australian accent. And that confirmed for me this was an Australian movie.
G'day, mate.
But the other thing was, there's a bit where they're chasing down someone. The people from Asia who are from China, supposedly, or they're in China, right? At the start when they go to China. But the people are all wearing karate gis, which are Japanese. So is she meant to be a Japanese interloper in China, or is this a comment on the West's misunderstanding of the difference between Chinese and Japanese people, or is it a display of people's ignorance about the difference between Chinese and Japanese people?
I'd say it's the third option. The bad guys have a strange, thin plan where they want to get everyone hooked on their cocaine, which is 4 times harder to...
It's
four times more addictive.
Yeah, than normal cocaine.
Which will make everyone come to them, and then they'll cut them all off, and once they've detoxed, they'll be part of their church.
They're basically doing Batman Begins plot. Pour the drugs into the water.
Yeah.
It affects population how you want it to. In this case, they would all get addicted to it. Then
And then you save them from the thing that you started. Yeah. Strange bad guy plan, I thought.
I like the bad guy. He was also an actor who seemed like he was used to acting.
Yeah, he seemed to keep it pretty relaxed.
He had charisma about him. He had like a sort of swagger that was likable.
Do you have any last word? Velocipastor!
And then that scene where he's laughing, and the guy with him is like trying to also laugh.
Trying to do the evil laugh.
But it's terrible, but I don't know if it's supposed to be terrible.
That was possibly the most cringy thing in the movie. Now we've been trying to bring you Ginge, our cat, into these episodes, but man, he's elusive. He's floating around here somewhere. But I'll put up a picture of him. I'd say this movie is worth watching. It's because it's low budget, because it has a little story to it, a little backstory, an idea sort of creating itself. How would you rate this movie? What biscuit would you use, for example?
I'd use one famous Amos chocolate chip cookie.
Okay, one famous Amos.
I'd give away 70% of my famous Amos.
Okay.
To watch the movie. 7 out of 10.
I think I enjoyed this more than you did, so I'd go for 75% of my Amos.
No, overall, it was worth your time. It's like what, $3 or something on Amazon.
$3.
It's an independent movie. It's not got any Hollywood agenda or politics or anything, which is nice. It's real silly. It's got weird sensibility about it that I haven't seen before. Mainly because I'm guessing it's a filmmaker making his own film with no one looking over his shoulder telling him what to do, and that's always positive.
Or it's secretly Australian, so...
He obviously initially thought it was out, and then he just realised that he did get an inside edge on it. So, sorry, have you still got me there? Yeah, we've got you.
No. So,
If you like Jurassic Park, it's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, you're right. True.